In today's episode, we're going to be talking about harvesting turmeric. Uh, I guess if you have tried the dried turmeric, then you wouldn't mind trying fresh turmeric. And then also, I like the way that if you're eating rice, it can give that rice that yellowy look without the chemical or the dye or the food coloring. You can use a little bit of turmeric to stir up into your rice. But I'm going to show you, and you can see now it's December now, but you can see how the little ones are starting to come back up. And I like to harvest this all today, and I'm going to choose some to put back in. I've been doing it in pots for a while, but I'm going to try it now since we've moved here to this property. I'm going to try to put some into the ground and see if it does even better. So let's get started on that, and let's harvest some turmeric. I'm going to leave it at this vantage point so you can really see what I'm doing. I'll start with the small pot first. I like that it's on top of this table. You really can get in. Let me bring you in a little closer than that. Let you see how this root development. I probably had this in the pot for maybe throughout. I think I started this in the spring. But you can see this was a small one coming up, and it's about to start making more little nods. I think this one developed good, at least right here. I think all I put was one in this pot. So let's see, I can't remember. So let's see what it turned into. I added some potting soil, but as you can tell, I did use some regular dirt as well. I like to mix my dirt in with the potting soil. Saves buying a lot of potting soil. And I just like to do it that way. So you see what we're getting here. And you can tell this has been around a while. This is the original here. You see how dark it is, but this is some of the newer growth. I think this is one of the older growths off of that original one. Some pieces are falling off, and you can go through it and get your small pieces. I like to chew on them. It's good for information. I like the flavor. A lot of your Indian dishes uses the turmeric. And if you want it, it's easy. It's not going to hurt it. You can break them off. And that's what you get. You can see that, how easily that breaks off it. And you can take these, if you want, you can take this and just plant it back in the ground. And then next year you have another huge one like this. And all of these you can take them and just plant them back in the ground. These little roots, I never heard anybody say that they use them for anything. I just pull mine off, leave it with the soil, let it decompose back into the soil. The top, I like to break off and put it back in the compost. So let's move on to the next one. Let me get some of that dirt off of this table. Little water, little soil. And let's dig into this and see what we get. I'm already pulling some pieces out. This is the kind of spice that if you miss some in the dirt, don't worry about it, because you'll be surprised to see the next year, once you get to know what this flower looks like on top, you'll always know when it comes up in your garden, like, oh, that's turmeric, you know. All right, let's make it to the last one. Kind of heavy. We also grow ginger the same way, the exact same way. These turmeric seems to grow a little faster than the ginger, a little better than the ginger. I'm gonna be growing a lot of this in the future. Like I said, I love the way it tastes, and you can see. They're just growing up, and that's how they grow up. You can see that. I'll save some of those for the end of the video. This pot, this is my biggest pot, so I have more in this pot. Once again, you can see I just used regular dirt. Dug some up with the shovel, added that to the potting soil. Tell you what, when you see you have a flower coming out, you know for sure you got turmeric on that. I'm gonna wash these off, try to leave some of them intact so you can see exactly how it looks. I'll leave that one intact, that way you can see exactly how it looks. Let me bring this to the front so you can really see me taking it loose. You can see we're just breaking them off. I'm gonna leave all those small ones so you can actually see. And that's it. Let me go wash them off.
Okay. Well, my socks.
Little quick wash. See how it looks, how it comes out up the stem.
Dad.
I'll show you a smaller one. Wash that one.
Can I take my socks off?
Yes. This one hasn't even turned into a flower yet, but this is how they come out. So you can actually plant this, and within a few months, it'll turn into this. So let's let little Fiona and Beverly finish washing up, then we'll come back to finish the video.